he is.
Well, look at here. The full moon came out, and Abe's here at the Fox Lake Library.
Well, now don't attribute any lunacy going on here. You know, full moon ain't gonna cause trouble, people.
Hey, Abe, well, tell us what you're going to say tonight.
Well, we ought to say a few words about growing up in Kentucky and Indiana, and then I got some stories about generals and lawyers and ministers, and then we have to hit upon the Lincoln-Douglas debates and the object of slavery, and of course then the Civil War comes up and what happened in those first 39 days when things were not going very well, and we weren't sure whether we were going to be in it or not in it. And I'd like to mention some of the misconceptions that the Southerners and Northerners had about each other that created a great deal of fiction. And most of them were misunderstandings. But,
One more quick one about how did you get yourself on a copper penny? How'd that all happen?
well, I don't know much about that. I think that happened after I was out of office. They do like to put, I'll tell you a story about Mr. Chase, Secretary of the Treasury. We came up with the greenbacks. We had to have paper money in order to finance this operation, the Civil War. And Mr. Chase had to decide who was going to be on the first dollar bill. Was it going to be a hero of the Republic like Washington or Andy Jackson or somebody, you know? Well, no. He put his own picture on it, and it became a campaign poster because he had that maggot of presidential ambition in his head, and as long as it was warm, he was going to want to be president, and everybody had one of those dollar bills in their pocket. Now look at it, it's Mr. Chase.
Huh.
Well, I beat him anyway.
Well, one more real quick, if you would. I know you got a big crowd coming in, but Abe, science asked this question, sir. Let's say if your face was on the moon, the full moon, tonight.
Well, there's a man up in the moon. We see him every day.
Well, we see your face. And Abe, if someone flipped a coin, right, would it land on the heads, tails, or the rim and just balance there for us to look at you forever?
Well, you know, there are certain odds, and if you're a mathematician, you know how many times it's going to be heads and how many times it's going to be tails, and very rarely is it ever going to be on the edge. And that's what a fence sitter does. He's always on the edge, and you got to take a stand.
There you go. Okay. Hey, good luck tonight, Abe.
Well, good to be here.
Thanks. Okay.
How you doing, Abe?
Well, I'm doing all right. You all right?